Darko, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be propagating this ZIZI plant here because it's looking a little leggy and I don't really like that look. So when I first bought this plant, these two were one plant and then I split it, and now this one has really gotten a lot bigger than this one. But I like how this one looks better because this one just looks kind of leggy and sad. So my solution is to cut it down and propagate it, and then maybe it'll look nicer. I'm probably going to propagate it by water and by soil to see which one works better. Also, if you have any video recommendations, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe because I post new videos every single day. Oh, and also, sorry, I also just made a new Instagram, so if you want, I'll leave the link down below so you can go ahead and follow me on there, and I'll be posting a lot of plant pictures and stuff. Let's get started on this propagation. So, first thing you always want to do before you start trimming your plant is to disinfect your shears. I usually just have a cup of alcohol laying around, I guess, with my shears inside. So that takes care of that. Let me see where I want to cut. So this plant originally didn't have this whole entire stem here, so it's gotten bigger than the rest of them, so I'm definitely cutting that one off. And over here there's another baby that's about to grow into probably a tall stem like this one. So I'm just gonna leave kind of this area alone so it can become its own little plant, and then this side is what I'm gonna be cutting off. Okay, so when you're deciding where to cut your ZIZI plant, usually the longer that you leave the bottom part, the longer it's gonna take for it to root. But if you do cut it farther down, it'll take longer to root, but it's already tall, so you don't need to worry about waiting for it to actually grow. Since I want this plant to be short like this plant, I'm just gonna cut it kind of shorter so that it can root faster, and then I'll have a new plant faster. I'm gonna cut the longest stem right here. There we go. There's one. And then I'm also going to cut right here. There we go. This plant looks a little bald, but it does have that little baby one coming in, so it should look a little nicer later on. Now I have my two little stems here. They look really cute. I could just probably put these in a vase together and it would be fine. Well, before we put one of these in water or we put it in soil, you're gonna want to let it sit for like an hour so that it can heal over. After an hour, what you're gonna do is grab your potting soil mixture. I'm just going to wet this a little bit. So you want a fast draining soil, and it needs to be moist so that the roots can form. It shouldn't be like wet, but definitely spray it down. My soil mixture here is about 70% Miracle-Gro potting soil, like 25% perlite, Miracle-Gro perlite, and then like 5% some orchid bark. And the soil is damp. I sprayed it down. And so you're just gonna make a little hole in it and put your cutting inside. So this is my taller cutting that I'm putting in here. Pat it down so it can stay up. So there's one, and we're just gonna spray it some more just to make sure. And I'm going to keep this in an eastern facing window and spray it every time it starts to get a little dry. And then for my water propagation, I have this little jar of water here, and I'm just gonna put my cutting inside. Now, you don't want the water level to be too high because it could cause some rotting on the stem, and you definitely do not want the leaves to touch the water because those will definitely rot away. I'm just gonna put this with my soil propagation in my eastern window, and I'm gonna change the water out about once a week so that it doesn't get dirty or stale. ZZ plants are supposed to take a really long time to root, so I'm hoping that it'll take like a month, and we'll see which one roots faster too. Alright, so just real quick, how to care for your ZZ plant once it's been rooted and once you have potted it, if you did it in water. So in my opinion, this plant is one of the easiest to care for, probably second only to the snake plant. And it can handle low light, and it does prefer highlight. If you put it in a sunnier spot, it will grow faster, but I kind of like how they look when they're like little shrubs like this. So this one I keep in a room with only a north-facing window, and it's pretty far back from the window, so it doesn't get too much light, and it's still doing fine. I kind of also forget to water these plants because they don't really show any signs of dehydration, so I would say I probably water them once a month, and they're doing fine. Yeah, that's how to care for your ZZ plant. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!